Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve part 3rd and part 4th of question number 12. Again you are given a figure where L, M and N are the parallel lines and G is the midpoint of side CD. You have to calculate AB when BC given to you, and in this case you have to find ED when FD is given to you. Okay, now again you have to use the midpoint theorem. G is given the midpoint of CD, and if I talk about in triangle ABC, in triangle ADC, if this is the midpoint and these two lines are parallel, so clearly according to midpoint theorem, if I draw a parallel line from the midpoint, it should meet the midpoint of the third side. So B should be the midpoint, means this AB and BC must be equal. And if BC in the first part, if given is equals to 2.4 centimeter, clearly this must also be equals to 2.4 centimeter. So you can say that AB must be equals to 2.4, or you can say twice of 2.4. So this should be equals to 4.8 centimeter. Here the value of AB must be equals to 4.8 centimeter. If you want to write, I can write it for you. G is the midpoint and BG is given parallel to AD. This is given to you. So according to midpoint theorem, B should also be the midpoint. So if B is the midpoint of side AC, then you can write this, that these two parts must be equal and the value of this whole must be equals to 4.8. Now let's solve this fourth part. In this you are given ED. You have to find ED when this whole complete FD is given to you as 4.4 centimeters. Again you have to use the midpoint theorem. Now in this case you will be using the midpoint theorem in triangle CDF. In triangle CDF, G is the midpoint, and if I draw a parallel line from the midpoint of one side of a triangle, again it should meet the midpoint of the third side. So if G is the midpoint and if GE is parallel to CF, if G is the midpoint and if this is parallel to this line, so according to midpoint theorem, E should also be the midpoint. This is again because of midpoint theorem. Now if this is the midpoint, means this part and this part must be equal, or you can say this must be half of this complete. So ED must be equals to half of FD, and if you want to find ED, that should be half of FD, which is 4.4. So if I cancel, so ED must be equals to 2.2 centimeters. So the value of ED here must be equals to 2.2 centimeters. So this is how we can solve these questions. Thank you.